My wife wants me to get rid of my cats because they're ruining her sleep, but I stayed up all night secretly and found out she was lying. For the past few months, my wife has been complaining about our cats, claiming they constantly wake her up, frustrate her every night by forcing her to get up to open doors, making noises or jumping on her. It got to the point where she started saying she wanted me to get rid of them. I told her I'd never seen or heard any of this, but she insisted I sleep too deeply to notice. She kept saying she was sleeping less and acting aggressively, blaming her lack of sleep on the cats, threatening to leave me if I didn't get rid of them. I seriously considered giving the cats to my sister until I noticed something odd. One morning, she claimed she'd woken up multiple times during the night to deal with the cats, listing specific times. It struck me as strange because I'd been awake until 4 a.m., and she said she got up at 1 a.m. to open the door and several times around 3 a.m. because they were meowing and jumping on her. I was in the bedroom the whole time while she slept, and I knew none of that happened. Something didn't add up, so I decided to test her. I waited for her to say she was going to bed, then removed the cats from our bedroom, dimmed my phone, and pretended to sleep. I stayed awake all night, bored but definitely not asleep, timestamping every 30 minutes on Discord to be sure. I noted every noise the cats made. One jumped off something and made a small sound at 3:18 a.m., and another ate quietly near the bedroom door at 4:57 a.m. Other than that, nothing happened. My wife slept from 11 p.m. to 9 a.m., yet that morning she claimed she woke up at least 7 times to open doors, due to noises and because the cats jumped on her. I was furious. She was clearly lying. Exhausted and fed up, I confronted her bluntly, saying, "Funny, I stayed up all night watching the cats and they weren't even in the room. I have timestamps, so you've been lying and trying to make me get rid of my cats. Why?" She sat there trembling silently, looking angry, then got up and left without answering. She came back hours later, ignoring me when I spoke, and when I asked how I was the bad guy, she finally said I was treating her like a child by catching her lying about her sleep and staying up to test her, calling me an obsessive jerk for timestamping like an investigator. She said I went too far. I did it because she was threatening to make me give up my cats or she'd leave, and her claims didn't add up. So, am I an obsessive jerk? Honestly, I don't know my next step. We've been nearly perfect for years and she's never done anything like this before. I didn't even think she was capable of such immature behavior. I'd hate to go through a messy divorce and potentially lose money and possessions over a lie I caught her in. It might be easier and cheaper to try couples therapy and give her another chance. Our prenup would make a divorce cleaner though. For context, she had her own cats for years, knew me and my cats for 4 years before we married, and has lived with them for 10 years without issues, even praising how they liven up the house. She might have insomnia or vivid dreams when she does sleep, theoretically, but she's never mentioned it. She used to sleep fine until recently despite the cats. As far as I know, she has no friends. She's very introverted with others, has a history of being overly clingy with new friends, and scares people off by obsessing over YouTubers. Maybe she has work friends, but I don't know them or her new workplace. Update 1, she's gone for now. I kicked her out. What? She spent hours in the bedroom watching YouTube, refusing to talk about what happened. Minutes ago, one cat started meowing and scratching to enter the room. Seconds later, she ran over, kicked the door hard, and yelled, "This is all your fault, go to hell." It terrified the cat, who hid under the sofa. I opened the door, asked what was wrong, saying she could have hurt the cat, and she said, "Good, screw the cat." I told her to leave the house and find somewhere to stay for a while. She tried crying to get out of it, but I said I'd had enough. I was done. She had every chance to talk, but instead she's yelling at the cats, kicking doors and scaring them. I tried listening and offering help, but she refused. Too late. As she left, I said she could call when she calmed down and was ready to talk. I'm exhausted, I tried. I gave her a chance to talk before this, and she insisted there was nothing to discuss. Maybe I didn't handle it maturely or healthily, but I tried. Maybe this can be fixed, maybe not. I had hope hours ago. Now I just don't care. I'm sorry. I'm done responding for now. It's too much. Too much to think about, too many troll comments and messages, too many conspiracy theories, too many people not reading my comments. It's exhausting. Life's funny, I guess. Update 2. My wife was admitted under the Baker Act for involuntary psychiatric evaluation, not because she hurt herself, but for saying something concerning in public. This morning, the hospital called, asking me to come for a sort of family therapy session because she finally wanted to talk. Honestly, I'm furious about why she's been so hateful toward my cats. It's absurd. It's not what anyone suggested. She's not cheating, not physically or mentally ill, not bored and seeking a way out. According to her, one cat stepped on her laptop and ruined a story she was writing, and she's hated both cats since. Yes, that sucks, but it doesn't justify emotionally blackmailing me to get rid of them. I asked why she didn't tell me the truth and why she lied, and she refused to discuss it when I pressed. Her response? Because otherwise you wouldn't have gotten rid of them. She admitted that when she saw I wouldn't abandon them for her, she took it personally and made it her mission to make me choose her over them. Disgusting. I don't know why she confessed. Maybe the hospital setting? The counselor asked how I felt and I was honest. It was a good marriage, but I likely want a divorce. She asked why, and I explained I've seen a hateful, malicious side of her I want no part of. She was so fixated on getting rid of the cats over a ruined fanfic that she manipulated me. My wife screamed that I betrayed her, that I'm scum for choosing animals over her. At least the cats don't give me ultimatums like she did. It sucks she's under the Baker Act, but it's best for now. She'll have time to process in a safe environment and hopefully accept it. I'm a bad husband, I know, but I'm almost certain I want a divorce. I'm deeply worried about having her in the same house as my cats. I want them safe, not fearing she'll hurt or make them disappear. I'll do what most of you suggested. Keep the cats, relocate the wife. It's not how I wanted it to end, but life isn't always kind. To clarify, I didn't stare at her all night. We have a muted TV with subtitles on every night. I watched it discreetly while listening for cat noises. I can't install cat doors and she won't let me keep doors open. Apartment rules. Why did I assume she was lying? I'm not familiar with mental health conditions that make you believe dreams are real or tumors that cause false perceptions. So when someone claims events happened that didn't, I assume they're lying. My bad. Some mention the Baker Act is for serious mental issues, and she's not the person I married. She's a sick version. I hate to say it, but mental breakdown or not, I'm done. I won't risk my cats by keeping them near someone like this. Either she's a malicious, manipulative liar trying to hurt me, or she's one random breakdown away from harming the cats, herself or me. It's a gamble where someone loses or is at risk either way. To whoever said I vowed, in sickness and in health, sure, I should put my cats in danger of being kicked again or sold while I'm at work. The cats, defenseless and loving, take priority over a wife who had no excuse for giving me an ultimatum, even if mental health is a factor. She admitted lying for malicious reasons. I've made my decision, and enough people have shared their opinions to help me see my actions were a bit selfish but fair and justified to protect my cats. We're both young enough to move on and learn from this. She has years to recover. I won't cut her out if she wants contact or needs support, but I don't want to be married or live with her, given the risks. I'd gladly join her for therapy or medical evaluations, but separately. If she improves with treatment and wants to try again, I might consider it if she does. If not, it's her choice. We're young enough to start over, meet new people if we want, so this hasn't ruined either of our lives. Update 3. It's over. Divorce is inevitable. She went completely unhinged. I thought the Baker Act would help. Sorry if this is confusing. After my last update, I left her a message saying I'd support her if she wanted, and if she needed her things, she'd have to meet me at the apartment. I thought she'd read it after discharge. After she was released, she texted, "I'm coming for my shit." I told her the old key wouldn't work and I'd be home in an hour to let her in. She replied, "I don't think so." I rushed home from work and found my bedroom window, on the second floor with no balcony, smashed. She'd broken it and somehow climbed the exterior wall to get in, taking her laptop, headphones, and destroying the cat's litter box and cat tree on her way out. I couldn't find their toys either. Thank you to those who suggested my sister take the cats. They're safe with her and my wife doesn't know where she lives. I called her, she rejected it instantly and texted, "What?" I told her to pay for what she damaged and stole, and she tried to be clever, saying, "No amount of money can fix the damage you caused." I didn't take anything. "You owe me a new laptop." I hadn't mentioned her laptop was missing, so she was obviously lying again. Luckily, we have a tile account to track items and both our cars have tiles. I found her car in a Walmart parking lot, and through the window I saw all the stolen items including her laptop and headphones. I called the police. Long story short, we'll be in court for a while. Mental illness or not, I have no sympathy left. She broke into my apartment, stole things, lied about it, and tried to make me pay for her stuff, not to mention destroying the cat's litter box and tree. I'm 100% sure if the cats had been home, she'd have hurt, killed, or taken them. Divorce is guaranteed. I'd also like a restraining order and reimbursement for damages, but that might be too much. I'm exhausted, defeated, and didn't even want to update. I didn't want to deal with more messages saying she or my cats deserve death or this didn't happen. I've barely had the energy to do anything, missing work for days, just lying at home wondering what I could have done differently. Was there a better ending for everyone? I hope this is my last update. I just wanted to stop. Thanks to those who've supported me with kind comments, advice, or shared similar experiences. It's good to know I'm not alone. For safety concerns, I moved a few days ago. I'm paying rent for 2 places because my old lease requires me to pay until it ends if I leave early. It's expensive, but I'm safe. I turned in the keys, and the complex confirmed I'm no longer responsible for the apartment's condition. So if she damages or breaks in now, I won't be financially liable. Update 4, it's been a while. I'm doing better for those curious. My cats and I moved to a new place and only my side of the family knows where. I've documented everything and finally feel safe. She contacted my family, showing up at their house, threatening to sue me and fight for custody of my cats unless they told her where I moved. Yes, she threatened to fight for custody of the cats she abused. No idea why. My family didn't budge as her threats were an easy win for me legally. Many who sided with her are now apologizing after seeing her behavior. I had to quit my job because she kept causing issues at my workplace, giving me the choice to resign or be fired. I have a better job now that no one else knows about, and I have supportive friends and family. I'm still frustrated and get nervous with anonymous calls, but I'm much happier. Someone's interested in me, but I need time before considering anything. I don't want to drag anyone into harassment drama. Thanks to those who asked for an update and offered support and advice. I appreciate it. This is likely my last update unless something crazier happens. Peace. Yes, it was all over a fanfic and I saw part of it before she took her laptop. It was a terrible Jacksepticeye fanfic. Update 5. I wasn't planning to update or check this account again, but recently people on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter read my post to their audiences, flooding my inbox with notifications. It's not what I wanted, being forcibly reminded of this mess, but it is what it is. I gave one person permission months ago to share the story on a small podcast, And that's it. Sorry if I sound frustrated, these aren't happy memories. It wasn't fun divorcing my supposed life partner after being manipulated and blackmailed. It was a miserable time, but I did what I had to for my cat's safety. This update isn't happy or sad. Honestly, no one won. My cats were hurt and scared, kicked, moved around, and lost someone they saw as their mother and friend for years. They're not as playful, and the younger one's been urinating around the house. The vet says it's behavioral, likely from the trauma. My ex-wife is homeless, couch surfing where she can. I heard from a mutual friend she started using drugs at someone's place who let her stay, which, given her issues, has obviously worsened things. She refused mental health help when offered. She's also using a twisted version of events to gain sympathy. I have a decent new job after quitting my last one because of her, losing great benefits and salary. I have a new girlfriend. We debated dating for a while and started a few weeks ago. We're having fun, but I still have anxiety and trust issues from all this. When she first said she saw my cat pee on the carpet, I nearly had a panic attack and questioned her, feeling awful after calming down. I've been in therapy and recently started medication for mental health issues likely caused by this, hoping to feel normal soon. No one won, everyone's struggling. It sucks, but it is what it is. I don't want to focus on this anymore. I'll leave notifications on for a day, then turn them off and likely never return. Sorry if this isn't the update you expected. It's just how things are. The comments on some videos were awful, treating my situation like a joke, mocking me. Even some comments here were terrible, but I delete them as they come. It doesn't feel good. Yes, it's not fun waking up to messages like, "You had the chance to choose between a literal kitty and a figurative one, and you chose to be a wimp."